Well, hello. Today I thought I'd make a video to go along with the newsletter so I can talk to you about a subject that is dear to my heart at the moment. The subject is blame, wrongness and blame. You see, in our culture, in fact, pretty much throughout the world, although it's a bit less in the East than the West, we have this feeling of innate wrongness. I have literally never worked with anybody that doesn't have the feeling of somehow, somewhere, deep in their soul, being wrong. And when you think about the religious practices, even if we're not religious ourselves, the notion of a baby needing to be baptized so it can get into heaven, it's like it stems from that heavy stuff, as if there was something innately wrong with being human because we're not the perfect spirits. So I had a little example of this week where Jade and I last Thursday were doing our Anchored in Grace call. We were about halfway through, 2/3 of the way through, and I was deeply in it. So I'm speaking, I'm watching what's going on, I'm including the people that aren't yet there because not everybody listens live, and I'm navigating it, and I'm really, really, really in it. And suddenly there's this huge noise of running water. I think that somebody was watering the plants outside, but it just made so much noise in the room. I was like, oh no, I don't want that to be happening. I have to focus. I've got Jade in my ear and she's saying to me, mute it. It's too loud on the call. It's going to take people out of where they are. Eventually that sound stopped and suddenly someone's banging on my door. It was sort of knocking, and then because I didn't answer, bang, 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 and I'm right in it, and I don't want to come out of it, and I'm torn between the two things. And it was quite difficult to navigate staying focused on what I was doing and getting the knocking to stop. So afterwards, I was a little bit flustered, and I was thinking to myself, what do I do with that? Now, the thing was that the person who was doing the knocking on the door could not have in any way suspected that at 9:30 at night, my time, I would have been working. She couldn't have known that. And she was just coming, it was the landlord's daughter, and she was just coming to tell me joyfully that she was back. Hello, isn't that great? She had no bad intention whatsoever. Obviously, I couldn't blame her. But yet still there was this feeling of, I didn't want it to happen like that. Now, as much as I live with my spirit, and I've got my little parts of my ego that I'm ever so fond of, this particular part, this where do I put the blame part, is not one of them. But we all have it. It's like if we see a mess on the floor, we don't have the first thought, I better clean that up. We think, who did it? And so I was with this. And because in this particular instance, the girl could have had no notion. She really wasn't in the wrong. And nor was I. Nobody was wrong. It was like life played a little trick on us. Life just put a little thorn in place to see what we would do with it. And you know, when you take a situation and you take the characters out of it, the persons, the people, and you just look at what actually happened, it gets us so much closer to the truth. And it's not a mind truth. It's not a question of, well, she didn't mean any harm, but it did interrupt me. It's not that. It was just almost funny at the end. It was funny. We were working on putting everything in its place, and there was all this noise going on around me. So what I'm with today is the notion of the way that blame and its cousin shame locks things down. Something will happen that's nothing to do with us. Sometimes something bad will happen to us, something that upsets us. And somehow we manage to make ourselves wrong. I was too stupid. I didn't understand. We make ourselves wrong in some way. And then on top of that, we'll add a layer of shame. I wrote a little bit about this on Facebook, but let me just tell you it. So on my 18th birthday, I had a girlfriend, a mate, and a boy that I really liked coming to stay with me, so that they came to stay with me the night before my birthday, so that on the day we could go out and celebrate the day, to celebrate my 18th birthday together. I was really excited about it. And I woke up on the morning of my 18th birthday to find the two of them having sex in my room, in my spare bed. Gutted. I was absolutely gutted. Did I let myself feel gutted? No. What did I do instead? I made myself wrong, of course. I thought, stupid me for thinking that a lovely boy like that could possibly like me. And then I put a layer of shame all over it. How stupid I was, how wrong I was, how bad I was, just to make sure it would stay nicely in place and I would never visit it again. Well, I have visited it again. And you know what? It was just something that happened. Nature ran its course. They didn't do anything to me, and I wasn't wrong either. It was unfortunate timing. But the notion of blaming something or feeling ashamed just literally keeps things locked down. So this month, I invite you to notice this in your life. Where do you blame yourself? Where do you blame other people? What would the picture be like if you took the personalities out of the way and just saw it as events that were happening? This is not to Pollyanna it away, to say, oh, it's all fine, everything's perfect. It's not that either. It's just see what it feels like when we don't do blame. Maybe you'll feel hurt, maybe you'll feel sad, maybe you'll feel something. But whatever you're feeling, it won't be locked in. And when something's not locked in, it doesn't run the show. So those are my thoughts for today. I hope everything's wonderful with you, and I hope August is a time of relaxation, especially for those in the north where it's summer. And I send you lots and lots of love. Until we speak again. Bye-bye.